Hello, my library scholars of the second grade. This week is a library week, so we are going to be listening to a read aloud, a Halloween related read aloud, and then I'm going to have you do a little assignment. And that assignment actually will be for you to draw a picture of a monster of your creation, something that you would find scary. So, for the read aloud, we are going to read the following book, A Know Nothing Halloween. And I'm going to start right now. On the title page, A Know Nothing Halloween, story by Michelle Sobel Spern and pictures by R.W. Alley. Here is the table of contents. Here's the table of contents, and that shows you that the chapter called Halloween Tricks begins on page 5. The chapter Hiding from Halloween begins on page 20. And the chapter Where is Doris begins on page 32. So you can always find your way. Okay. Once there were 4 friends named Boris, Morris, Doris, and Norris. People called them the Know-Nothings because they didn't really know that much, but they knew they were best friends. One day, Norris said, "Hey, look, here's a note for us. It's from Doris," said Morris. "I will read it," said Norris. "Dear friends, today is Halloween. I've gone to get something. I will be back soon. Love, Doris." "Great reading, Norris," said Boris. And then here, look at them all sitting on the piano. Even the dog is on the piano. "What do you think she's getting?" asked Norris. "I'm hungry," said Morris. "Maybe it's French fries." "Do people eat French fries on Halloween?" asked Boris. "I don't think so," said Norris. "What do people do on Halloween?" And look, there is a set of bagpipes and a cymbal. So these Boris, Norris, Morris, and Doris seem to be rather musical. "They cut up pumpkins," said Norris. "But that's terrible," said Boris. "Those poor helpless pumpkins." "What else do they do?" asked Morris. "Well, they have parties," said Norris. "Do they invite the pumpkins?" asked Boris. "No. They bob for apples," said Norris. "Oh, let's do that," said Morris. "Who will get the apples?" asked Norris. "Who will get Bob?" asked Morris. "Who is Bob?" asked Boris. "Maybe Bob will get the apples," said Morris. "But we don't know Bob," said Norris. "So we can't invite him to our Halloween party." "Oh, I wish Bob could come," said Boris. "If Bob does not come, the apples will not come," said Morris. "And we'll have to do something else," said Norris. "We could trick or treat." "How do we do that?" asked Morris. "Well, we go to people's houses and we do tricks for them," said Norris. "And then they give us treats." "I don't know any tricks," said Boris. "Maybe Floris knows some tricks," said Norris. "Sit, Floris." "I don't think Floris knows that trick," said Morris. "Roll over, Floris," said Norris. "Floris does not know that trick either," said Morris. "Stand on 4 legs," said Floris. Stand on 4 legs, Floris," said Norris. So, what do you think is going to happen on the next page? Do you think that Floris will be standing on 4 legs? "What a great trick," said Morris. "Floris is such a clever dog," said Boris. Morris, Boris, and Norris took Floris out to get some Halloween treats. Hiding from Halloween. Morris rang a doorbell. A woman came to the door. "Trick or treat," said Norris. Here's our trick, said Boris. Stand on 4 legs, Floris. Ruff, ruff, said Floris. Floris, you're barking, said Boris. You've learned a new trick. What are you guys dressed as? Asked the woman. I'm dressed as Morris, said Morris. I'm dressed as Boris, said Boris. I'm dressed as Norris, said Norris. Ruff, said Floris. Floris wanted me to tell you that she is dressed as Floris, said Boris. Well, who are Boris, Norris, Morris, and Floris? Asked the woman. Well, they are us, said Morris. We are they, said Boris. I must go, said the woman. She gave Boris, Morris, Norris some candy. That was lucky they got candy, even though they confused her. What have you noticed about the names of the people, of the characters, rather? Have you noticed that they rhyme? Morris, Norris, Boris, and Floris started walking to the next house. Boo! Said someone behind them. It's a ghost, yelled Norris. Run! Run for your lives! Boris, Morris, Norris, and Floris ran all the way home. They ran up to Boris's room. They crawled under the bed as far as they could go. No more Halloweens for me, said Morris. Ooh, it's scary out there. Morris, Boris, Norris, and Floris stayed under the bed and waited for Halloween to end. Where is Doris? Clump, clump, clump. What is that? Asked Norris. I think the ghost is coming to get us, said Morris. It's getting closer, said Boris. Close your eyes, said Norris. Maybe it will not see us. Look at them all under the bed, scared. Boris, called a voice. The ghost wants you, Boris, said Norris. Morris, Norris, the voice called. It wants all of us, said Boris. Shh, maybe the ghost won't find us, said Morris. Then the voice said, Why are you under the bed? That sounds like Doris, said Morris. Maybe it's a ghost pretending to be Doris, said Norris. Is that you, Doris? Asked Morris. I think so, said Doris. We have to make sure you're not a ghost, said Norris, so pinch yourself. Ow, said Doris. It really is Doris, said Norris. A pinch would not hurt a ghost. Morris, Boris, Doris, and Floris crawled out from under the bed. That's even difficult for me to say. Eek, a witch, yelled Norris. What have you done with Doris? Asked Morris. The witch must have turned Doris into this chair, said Norris. Oh, poor Doris, cried Boris. I will never forget you. Whenever I sit down, I will think of you. Doris, can you hear me? Morris yelled. Yes, said Doris. I'm so sad that the witch turned me into the chair. Now I will miss Halloween with you. Doris took off her hat and her mask and began to cry. Doris, you're not a chair, said Norris. I'm so happy. I'm happy too, said Boris. But you would have been a very nice chair. Well, thank you for scaring that witch away, said Morris. It was nothing, said Doris. What did you get for Halloween, said Norris. Asked Norris, rather. Things for our party, said Doris. Hooray, we can celebrate, said Morris. And stay inside, said Boris. So Boris, Norris, and Morris got dressed up too. They ate candy and Floris did her tricks. And look at that. There's a lot going on in this picture. Oh, looks like they have some lollipops. Oh, and the dog has a jack-o'-lantern head. Floris, I mean. And they had a very special know-nothing Halloween party, even without Bob and the apples. The end. Well, I hope you enjoyed that read along. And now, if you want to go back onto Seesaw, you have to go back onto the Seesaw app, and then you can draw a monster using the drawing tools. I hope that you enjoy this read aloud, and we'll see you soon. Take care, everyone.